Order! Order in the court! Today we are gathered to hear the verdict from the jury on the charges levied against Frictacular. Of course, those being failure to finish builds and detail builds, with his reasoning being a direct quote, "I will finish this later when I'm motivated." Then, Mr. Momo of the jury, will you please reveal the verdict? Guilty! Guilty! Then, per our esteemed jury's findings, I have no choice but to find you guilty on all charges and sentence you to finally finish your downtown area. No! Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Solarpunk world. Yeah, that judge guy seems kind of like a jerk, doesn't he? But anyways, today we are going to be taking care of this finally. Yeah, this whole flat area is just not it. And that's not the right button. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Yeah, this has got to go, or something has got to be done with this. We're going to be making this look a lot better and finally probably incorporating it into the city. I finally off camera finished up this kind of cliff face down here. I added this path through it and then made this little like park area, and I think it looks really good. So hopefully I'll take some inspiration from this and continue it up here. But yeah, enough yap, and let's get into it. Material montage. So first off is the blue glass. Thankfully I had a bunch of glass left over from a previous project. And then after that, I needed a bunch of polished diorite stairs and regular diorite stairs. And then to finish it off, I needed a bunch of stripped pale oak to make a bunch of pale oak shelves and a bunch of regular pale oak that I had to make pale oak trapdoors. And my solution to all this space that you're currently seeing me strip all this in is a bunch of greenhouse domes, basically. But anyways, yeah, so here I'm going for what is called a geodesic dome. I'm putting the Google overview up on screen right now. I came across this when I was just looking for kind of inspiration and stuff to build for Solarpunk, and these are kind of greenhouse focused, if you will. I think some people use them for houses, but the majority is more like a greenhouse focus for their stability, and obviously I think allowing the sunlight in as well. I don't know, I didn't deep dive that much into them, but they look super cool, and it's what I was trying to mimic. If you guys look them up or look at the pictures that you just saw on screen, it's more like hexagon shapes or pentagon shapes, like divided into triangles, but those are mad hard to build in Minecraft, so I went with the circles instead, because somehow building circles is easier than doing hexagons, which doesn't make sense in my head, but it just, yeah, is what happened. So yeah, circular geodesic domes, woo! But really like how they turned out, and yeah, let's get to decorating them now. Actually, double psych, because one more thing, I did diorite and polished diorite because I kind of like the wear pattern slash weather pattern, if you will, versus just building out of straight quartz. But I like this design and kind of structure so much that I might reuse this in other parts of the world, maybe on a bigger scale, maybe on a smaller, maybe it'll keep the exact same. But if you guys have any other block palettes that you think would look good with these, definitely, yeah, let me know. So then I took a little break from the dome work and decorating over there to get some more shops down on the shop wall and kind of this side of the area. I really wish I could say I can plan out everything in advance and like have a big picture in my head, but in reality, I'm absolutely awful about it. So I have no idea what this cliff face is going to look like. And I kind of want to get these shops down and see how it's going to play out before I finish up the dome area, so I can tie the center kind of into the sides, if you will. And then if I spin around really fast, then boom, the decorating slash detailing is done. Inside, let's not talk about that right now. That'll be at a later point. But in this video, don't worry, I'll get to the detailing. I won't put it off that long. I want to finish this part before I start interior. But yeah, Looks pretty good outside. Got some nature, got some tech. I like how these bamboo signs complement this. I am not sure about the sign. This looked really cool in my head, and now I'm gonna leave it for right now, but just let it be known that I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, this is supposed to be like the power shop. So that's why I have some solar panels out there and then wind turbines. And then I might connect some of this up here later and give some more space for the make-believe salesman to sell power stuff. So yeah, turned out really well. And let's keep building. So after saying let's keep building, I did just that, but I was so locked in that I forgot to record anything. So yeah, recap real quick. Extended this horizontal to take up some space. Built this tower and this sky bridge connecting to my park. Really like this build. And I have a space now through here to run a path up as I extend this back here. But that's as much as I'm going to do on this cliff in this video. I'll do the interiors in a little bit. I'm getting back to work on the domes now. I put this quick path in and I finally decided what I'm actually going to do with all the domes. I'm going to make these little areas to kind of farm stuff that I need that maybe don't have dedicated farms. So like these roots that I use in some of my builds, I might build a mini like glowberry farm in here or just have an area that I can spam with bone meal. And then in another one of these, I'll probably do like berries, stuff like that. I need to finish the list kind of off the top of my head, but this is kind of what I'm going for. Almost like mini biomes, if you will, in here. Biospheres? Biospheres? I don't know what to call these. So this is the dome for berry bushes, which I wanted to make like a spruce biome, or I guess taiga, I think is what it's called. Yeah, so bushes, mushrooms down, coarse dirt, mycelium, mini spruce trees, and then of course the area where we actually like farm the berries. So I just put them on the side there. Yeah, I really wish I could say I had more time lapses after this, but I forgot again. But you know what they say. Why make time lapses when I could just give you a walkthrough after, which is what we're gonna do. So yippee! This one's for glowberries and whatever these are called. How do I not know what these are called? Some sort of like hanging root or something? Yeah, whatever. Those things. Um, the next one, I already showed them time lapse, is for the berry bushes. The one after that is for glow lichen in this little corner. And again, these domes are just for stuff that I probably won't use that often, but it's still nice to have some farming sites for them. And then this one's for the pale hanging moss, actually. And last but not least, with a little beach theme, is for sea pickles and cactus flowers, because I really like these, and I've been needing to set up just a little area to get a few of them. So yeah, looks pretty good. Happy with how everything turned out, and now it is time to work on this path some more. So after I got the path in, I was really trying to brainstorm like what I wanted to do in this center area, because I was originally thinking like flower field, but then I don't know. I thought it would look like too kind of like orderly if I just put walls of flowers around, and I wasn't sure how to like reconcile those. So instead, I went with hollowing this whole thing out, and then I started to fill in the walls with just a bunch of mud, and basically this is going to be like a mini lake or like a mini pond. So it looks really flat from this time lapse, but I'm going to add some depth to it and probably do some gradient slash texturing up the walls as well. Maybe some coral, definitely some seagrass. I don't know, some kind of cool vibe. And then obviously bring the feet down from the robot as well, so he's not just floating in midair. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. So after getting all those blocks in and bringing the robot's feet down, this is kind of what I'm working with now shape-wise. It's all right. I might clean this up a little bit more when I'm putting down the texturing, but I think I've decided on doing like mud into smooth basalt into like dripstone blocks, and then maybe some muddy mangrove roots on this side to blend it in with these. But yeah, gonna go grab the materials real quick and then we'll start building. So I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I finish up builds and I just freaking hate them, or like something just did not come together right, like I saw it in my head, or just I don't know, the planning went wrong, something. But gladly, that is not the case for this build. I am actually so happy with how this turned out. I'm gonna jump in here with the conduit power from up in my big aquarium, but we got this nice gradient going on. Got some muddy roots in there. Just have the sea pickles for lights, seagrass. I'm gonna go get some axolotls to put in here too. But wow, I am really happy with how this lake turned out, and just kind of as like a placeholder for the giant robot like holding it. I think it just looks super cool being in the middle of the lake. I don't know. Yeah. If anyone has any thoughts, let me know how you feel about it. But I am so happy with how this all turned out. I can't stop saying that because I've been putting this off for so long. I was so stressed to finally build this, but really glad this all came together. I'm gonna go get some axolotls and let's do it. So I got a couple axolotls back in the pond now, and it's like occurred to me that I actually know nothing about axolotls. I like, captured a couple for a different pond I have in this world, but I've never really like interacted with them before. And I was going to try to like figure out how to breed them on my own, and thank God I did not do that, because tropical fish, that would not have been in like my top 20 guesses. I can't lie. I would have been here for forever trying to figure out how to breed them. But yeah, I apparently know nothing about axolotls. Like, do they eat tropical fish in like real life? Like, I guess I didn't know they were like predators. Is that like their whole thing? Like, they're so cute. I don't know. So after a quick Google search, I have indeed confirmed that axolotls are predators slash carnivores. So yeah, the more you know. Did not know that, but that's pretty cool. And you can see them. Oh, shit. No! No! Oh my goodness. Alright. I don't want to talk about that ever. As I was saying, let me lock in here. I have them in the pond now, and we're going to be breeding them a bunch, barring any more mishaps like that. Whoops. But yeah, we'll probably pop over here every once in a while and breed them up and get this pond teeming with them. So I have good news and bad news. The good news is that I finished building and it looks really good. But the bad news is that my replay file corrupted. My game just crashes every time. Wow, can't speak. I try to open it, and yeah, so there's zero footage of this. So um, it looks like we're doing another walkthrough. I feel like that's all this video has been. So sorry about that, but yeah, hopefully it's still been enjoyable. So first thing we have is this little like smoothie slash snack shop I made, just named it Yum, because yum. But I like the design in here. I tried to make some like little fridges slash freezers, and then, you know, like the little smoothie things. Um, to my knowledge, there's not a way to change the color of like the bottles in here. So if there is, definitely let me know, because if I could change the colors in here, I 100% would. And then just tried to, you know, little cabinets, little cooking area, sink, you know, the huge. Then out back, I made a little seating area. Kind of same design as the cliff down there, but I wanted this to be almost an overlook, if you will, and an area for people to take it from the little snack shop over here. And I think it turned out really well. I'm happy with this. And then I put these street lights around, which are like, I was going for a solar panel street lamp type thing. Again, I like these. And then the last thing is this bridge I made to get across to the robot island with my elevator, so I can actually just still get up to my base, because flying over this every single time to here was just not it. So yeah, I think that's about it. I know, okay. I know I said earlier in the video that I was going to decorate the interior of this, and as we can see, that has not happened. Yeah, that's gonna happen in the next video. I am just out of time and I want to get this out. So in the next video, I'm going to push more shops back up into this cliff face and do the interiors. So this half will probably be next video, and then if I have time, maybe putting a giant apartment complex over here, or that'll be the one after, because I really want to do that. But Yeah, next video will basically just be keep working on downtown, but I'm super happy I got this whole area done because to me it's really important to get the central part done so I can build around it and just keep building off that. So enough talk out of me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be back for the next one. Peace.